Hello everyone, this is Virr Haria from Ignite IT, and this is the launch of our How the Tech series. And this is going to be a series all about explaining how to do things and how technology works. Because I get a lot of questions from clients, either in the field of, how do I do this, how do I do this, or maybe how does the internet work, how does the cloud work, how do I use Zoom. So, I wanted to, along with my other series of What the Tech, where I show you what's possible with technology, I wanted to now just make a series to answer some questions that I've had from clients and that I'm sure a lot of people will benefit from, of how to actually do things, how do things work. And hopefully this will allow you to actually experiment and try things yourself, and find that it's actually a lot easier than you thought. So today we're going to get started with Zoom, as a lot of people have asked me about that, and I've been helping a lot of clients actually get Zoom installed on their devices. Now you can use Zoom on your computer, your laptop, your tablet, your iPad, or your phone, whether it's iPhone or Android. You can use it on both. And it's actually not too hard to get up, and this is going to be a great example of actually how to install an app on your devices, specifically the iPad or your phone, because it's the same process to install an app every single time. So what I wanted to actually just do was get everyone clear on how to install those apps, specifically Zoom, so that we can all stay connected with our friends and loved ones in this time of crisis. It's really important to make sure that you're always staying connected, staying in touch, and I hope everyone as well. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get started with the computer and how to install Zoom on your computer. So this is a general guide. It might not necessarily apply exactly to your computer, but you can follow along the same steps on most Windows computers. Have a similar sort of function. This is specifically using Windows 10, so let's just get started with it. So what I want to do is open up my web browser, and if I click on Start, then I have a list of all of the applications on my computer. Now what I can do is actually just scroll down using the mouse, and just go down to, we want to find Microsoft Edge, because that's the built-in web browser that comes with Windows 10. So we're going to use that one for today. So click on Microsoft Edge. Right, now what we need to do is we need to click on this search box, and we type in Zoom download. Okay, now all we need to do is click on the blue search button here, and that will search on the internet. Now the first option in this list is actually an advert, and the way that I can tell it's an advert is because right next to the description there's a small AD in bold, which indicates advert. Now that means that we need to have a look at the second link down, which says download for Windows Zoom, and you can tell this is legit because it says zoom.us, which is the website that we're looking to go to. So now we click on download for Windows, and that will actually take you straight to the download page, and you can see at the bottom of your screen it says what do you want to do with Zoom installer, and what you can do is just click on save, and it's just going to save this to your computer and check that the file is safe and secure to use. Right, so now that this is finished downloading, it says here Zoom installer.exe has finished downloading. We can click on run, and this will open up the Zoom installer onto our computer, so that actually gets Zoom set up and ready to use. So you can see here now it's got this Zoom installer box and a progress bar that goes along and tells you how much is completed. So it's speeding up now, almost done. So once you've got Zoom installed, what you need to do is actually just click on join a meeting, and that's the simplest way to join someone else's meeting that they've set up for you. You can click sign in as well, and that's a whole process to create a Zoom account, but to join a meeting that's already in progress is quite easy. You just click on join a meeting, And here you'll have an ID number that would be sent to you in WhatsApp or by email, and you can use that ID to join the meeting. So you just need to get the ID number here. I've got one here set up for this recording. Okay, and then always make sure that you've got your name typed in the second box, so that the person whose meeting you're joining knows who you are. And then once you've got the ID and your name, you'll see that the join button is turned blue and you can actually click on it. And then you might need to also enter the meeting password, which will also be sent to you with the ID. And so I've got one here as well. And just click on join meeting. And now you'll get a dialog box that says video preview, and it's usually just to make sure that your camera is working. Mine isn't right now, simply because I'm using the camera to record this demonstration already. So click on join with video when you're ready. And the last step is that you'll be put into a waiting room so that the host can let you in to the meeting. And let's just do that now so that you can actually see what it will look like once you've joined the meeting. Brilliant. And the last step is that you need to click on join with computer audio, which will allow you to actually join this meeting and hear other people, as well as use your microphone to do this. There you go. So now that we have joined this meeting, we can actually, chat to other people, show our video as well. Again, my video isn't showing just because I'm already using that in this demonstration. But we've got, the chat function just by clicking on that button. You can share your screen, you can record the Zoom call as well, and many other features. So that's how to do it on a computer. Now let's have a look on how to do it on an iPad. So on the iPad now, we've got our apps, and we need to look for the App Store, which is the blue A icon. Click on that one, and we now need to look in the bottom right hand corner and click on search. And then from here we tap on where it says games, apps, stories and more, and just start typing in Zoom, and click on the blue search button in your keyboard. You also have the options that come underneath the search box, but I like to just click on the blue search button. So now you'll see a list of all of the different apps you could install, and all you need to do is just click on Zoom Cloud Meetings and click on the Get button underneath where it says Zoom Cloud Meetings, and it will install for you there. So once you've clicked on Get, you might find that your iPad is asking you to use the Touch ID or to use a password. So what you might actually need to do is click on use your finger and touch on the circle button on your iPad, but for some people that might not actually work. You might not have Touch ID on your iPad, so instead if you just tap on the circle button on your iPad, it will error the Touch ID, and instead it will give the option to enter a password. So then just type in your password into that box and click on sign in, and then you can see that it will actually just start installing, and you'll see a circle with a blue line going around it in place of the Get button. And once that has gone all the way around, that will change to open, and then you can just tap on open instead, and that will open Zoom on your iPad. So when you click open, you'll find Zoom opening on your iPad, and to join a meeting is quite easy. You just got to click on the button that says join a meeting. You can also sign in, which can make it a bit easier to join meetings in the future, but the important thing is that it's quite easy to just join a meeting just by clicking on the join button instead. So we have the meeting ID, which you can put in there. You can also type in your name, and then you can click on join. Now there's some other options here as well. As I'm demonstrating, you can start a new meeting, you can schedule a meeting, and you can also just share your screen. etc. So I hope that's easy for you to follow and understand. Now the last thing is to just have a look on how to do it on a phone. Now the phone that I'm using is a Samsung phone, and I have a bit of a custom setup, but you can just click on the circle button at the bottom there, and that will bring up a list of all of your apps. And what you need to do is just scroll down through all of your apps that you've got installed, right down to where you've got the Play Store, and just click on that sort of play button, and then then tap the search button and start typing in Zoom. You have a few options there underneath, and just click on the Zoom option, or you can click on the search button, and then you've got a few options again of which app you might want to install. Just click on either click on where it says Zoom Cloud Meetings, which you'll be able to see more about the app and see some pictures, some reviews, that sort of thing, but the important thing really is to actually just click on that install button next to Zoom Cloud Meetings, and then it might ask you for a password. Mine doesn't. It will then start installing. You'll see that blue sort of green circle go around the app icon, and then that will be downloading and installing the Zoom application onto your phone. And once it's installed, that button that we clicked before to install it will change from install to cancel, and then from cancel to open in a second. Right, then now we can click on that open button to actually open Zoom on our phones, and we have a few options here, obviously sign in, sign up, or join a meeting, and obviously Zoom has actually got a few pages here that they have to just describe and explain how Zoom works. So what we want to do now is just click on join a meeting, and obviously we have the ability to enter the meeting ID. You want to put in your name as well, and then once you're ready, just click on the join meeting button, which will turn blue. The other option obviously is that we can sign in and use our signed in account, but that's really all for today. I just wanted to show you how to use Zoom on your phone, computer and laptop. So I hope you found that video guide helpful, and it was really great to go through each steps of the process, so everyone gets an idea of what you need to do. So Zoom is, as I mentioned at the start, is just a really great app for connecting with your family, but many businesses have actually used it to help their customers be able to take classes online. So for example, the gym group have been running 24/7 workout classes. I know that there's some community centres that have been doing stuff online as well. An example as well is one of my cousins is Coven, and he's been running teaching for children online, and hosting a daily show every day to help them learn skills in this time where I'm sure a lot of parents are struggling to look after their kids as well as maintain their busy jobs and everything. So just really wanted to make it easy for everyone to get onto Zoom and use it, and actually I've had quite a few requests to start running classes myself, since I have a few clients that have the same problems, and they would all be able to learn from each other's questions and that sort of thing. So I'm going to be running a free webinar, and give everyone insight on some few things like Zoom, and actually sort of some extra features that you might not know about. Also how to install apps, and how to maybe use a bit of online banking, online services, Google, that kind of thing. So just answering a few questions I've had from clients, and then most likely be running some more webinars in the future. So once I figured out the details, I can send that information out to everyone. So if you're interested, just send me a message or an email, and I can get in contact with you and give you all the details so that you can come and join our free webinar. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been incredibly helpful for you, and see you at the webinar.